Hey, Jodi. Thanks for coming back on.
Sure. Hi, Jeff. Good to see you again.
Um, we're talking about cognitive ergonomics from the inside out, and you're here to kind of argue and debate, see if it's worth its muster. And last time we did a video, it was kind of a long video, kind of overview how cognitive ergonomics from the inside out is a new lens. And it's a new way of seeing things. And I just want to talk about once you go through the training, how you can begin to see certain things that don't really make sense before. So I got a metaphor to try. You ready?
Great.
Uh, Strategies are all the buzz in the world of ADHD and society, and plans are a big deal. But I want to talk about when you think about a strategy, it's an overarching thing that you're trying to do to accomplish something. So I might want to get more clients. So my strategy might be to write a blog about topics of interest so people could get to know me and seek out business. So that might be a strategy. A plan would be for me to write a blog on Thursday, say at 11 o'clock, right? What we learned from cognitive ergonomics is ADHD is an executive functioning impairment. Executive functions are what we use to solve problems. So on Thursday, it's 11 o'clock, and I don't write the blog. The question is why? Well, we use our executive functions to think of, okay, which 5 ideas of the 50 floating around in my head would be the best ideas? What words would I use to articulate each of those ideas? And what order would I put those ideas in that would be compelling for people to read? That's where executive functions come in. And
Yeah.
what cognitive ergonomics begins to illustrate is that we were into problem solving, not so much strategies. And the problem is getting clarity on what you want to say in the blog, sufficient for people to read it. And so we're illuminating one of the reasons why strategy don't work, because you need your executive functions often to execute strategies. The plan is to get to a goal on Thursday at 11 o'clock, but we're not getting there because we have to use our executive functions in order to get there, and they're impaired. Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense. And as you were laying out the plan, I got the feeling that my clients always get is like, oh my gosh, now how am I going to do this? And
Mm-hmm.
so they really get that block,
Yep.
um, which people talk about motivation. It's not as much about motivation as it is about what skills do I need to do this? How do I do this?
And you say something, and we're not going to talk about it now because it's complicated. We have a new theory of motivation, but
Hmm.
people don't take into consideration executive functioning as an impairment when they look at motivation for people with ADHD. And later, we're hopefully going to tip our hat to that a little bit. We're going to show if you account for like the impairment, all of a sudden people with ADHD didn't look so motivated, but now we see how really motivated they are. So anyway,
Yeah.
we'll be interested in your thoughts out there as you watch this. Again, the point I wanted to put a context, what a strategy is, what a plan is, but a lot of times those strategies aren't working. It's about solving problems. And a lot of times those problems are, what am I going to say? We use our executive functions for that. And we'll get into more of that later because, as I said in the last video, you'll be surprised the majority of your clients are putting things off because most of it's rooted in a level of ambiguity. Make
I
sense?
look forward to hearing
All right.
more.
Everybody,
Thanks, Jeff.
please comments. What do you think? Okay.